Hey guys, Adrian here, back here with yet another Hunter x Hunter video, and on the channel today I'm starting a new series, the Retrospective series, where I look at each year in completion and I analyze how it's been for us, everything that's come out within the year, how it compares to other years, and much more. And I'm going to be doing this each and every year, and at the end of the year, as I am today for 2024. And after this, coming out next week, I've got a video on what to expect of Hunter x Hunter in 2025, looking at how it's looking like, what's been confirmed, and what we could expect within that calendar year. And at the retrospective video, I'll be able to see if I was right, if I was wrong, if anything else happened. And I think this is a good way to look back and have a timekeeper to know just exactly how the series and the health of the series was by each and every year. So this is quite an important video series, I believe. So without any further ado, let's get into it. 2023 was a year that didn't have much for us in terms of Hunter x Hunter. In fact, the only thing that happened Hunter x Hunter wise was in December we got the reveal of Hunter x Hunter Net Impact, which is a pretty huge deal since it's the first proper Hunter x Hunter video game. And we go into the year and there's not much happening at all between January to March until April, where Togashi decides he's going to get back on Twitter and update us on the progress of the manuscripts. And there was a period between May to July where Togashi was really on a roll. He was doing 3 pages of Hunter x Hunter per day, and that was quite the exciting time. Before we got back in April to Togashi working on Hunter x Hunter, we know that there was 1 chapter which had been completed within this new batch, and he'd manuscripted 30 chapters in a very rough format. So seeing how we all expected him to get to chapter 410 and just stop working on it, the reveal of him doing chapter 411 was absolutely massive, and it became rather mainstream, not just in Hunter x Hunter, but in the anime community as a whole. And Togashi went all the way up to completing chapter 424. By completion, I just mean in the sense that the various foundations have been laid and there is quite substantial work which has been put in it. Of course, still needs the dialogue, the final sketches of the characters and the editing, but for the most part, until chapter 424, Togashi will be able to complete those chapters in a lesser expansive time than he will afterwards when it's just rough storyboarding. So that was absolutely exceptional. The best update, the most transparency we've ever seen from Togashi. We got tweets of him every single day. And that was quite ridiculous. Sometimes we even got up to 3 tweets a day. And now, even when he's become more inconsistent, he's still giving us updates. He's been letting us know about his personal life with his back, about going on walks outside. It was very good because we felt very in tune with him, and he gave us a rough idea of how he works on these chapters, showing us all the different stages of development, the different part of the story it is in. So that was absolutely wonderful to see. And we also saw more from Togashi's front. Of course, recently he was participating at Jump Expo, where the colored panel for chapter 401 was there. And he also had a sketch of Adult Gone, which is quite beautiful. And we also see that Togashi participated in this tribute to Akira Toriyama, where he made a volume for Dragon Ball. And it was a very, cute and charming tribute to it, where you had Gon and his motorcycle behind Goku. And it was very lovely, and it was a very amazing thing to see. We also got lots of updates from Togashi about how he is very determined to complete the story, about how he's making changes and he's adapting. And in these tweets, and in just him in general, in the different ways he's managed to communicate with his editors, and of course in the author notes, we've seen a lot of him, and we've learned a lot more about Togashi as a man, as a person, how he thinks. It feels very much like Togashi has opened this door, this space into his life, which I'm very appreciative of, because Togashi was very much someone he was very much enclosed to himself. We didn't know much about him. For all these years that Hunter x Hunter was serialized, the only insight into Togashi's life was the author comments. So it's amazing to have this outlet to see him, appreciate the fans and really show his gratitude, and to have us give him this overwhelming love. It's absolutely amazing for him to implement the Twitter posts into a disciplinary way that he can work on a chapter, show us it, and then just continue from that. I thought it was very, very well done. And I thought it was a very, very great idea from Togashi and whoever instructed him to open a Twitter account. So, in terms of net impacts, we got much more trailers. It was featured at expos where people played the game, and it got delayed out of 2024 into 2025. A bit of a shame, but they were saying that it's to do so that the netcode could be better. So that is a great thing in general. It's always better to have a product which is completed, which is refined, rather than have something which is buggy and not really working well at launch. So we got a lot of reveal characters from Netero, members of the Phantom Troop. It got revealed we're getting a Chimera Antark DLC pack. So there's a lot of bright things in that department. And another thing we got is the reveal of Volume 38. This was released in Japan with Gon being the front cover. Whew, if only it had been Gon in the chapters, really missed Gon. But it was very good, as Hunter x Hunter Volume 38 was in the top 10 selling manga for quite a while within this year, at a large point for the month after its release, sitting at the highest selling manga. So that was a very huge statement that Hunter x Hunter has still got a lot of popular appeal, and it was a very big moment for us as fans, as this came as a prelude to the end of the hiatus, the big moments of 2024. When Hunter x Hunter finally came back. And now this was quite the amazing moments. And in the lead up to this, there's been quite a renaissance of Hunter x Hunter, as Togashi's gone back on Twitter, and as Net Impact has been getting shown more and more. On the YouTube scene, a lot of new YouTubers appeared for Hunter x Hunter. Coming to mind now, I can immediately think of the Hunter Association and many others that started doing this series more, as well as more established channels that went back to it, and an increase in reactors to Hunter x Hunter. Of course, I joined around this period of time, and it was a very good and healthy moment in this series, as there was a lot of momentum being the key word behind this, which meant that at each release of each chapter, there was a lot of hype, a lot of coverage, and overall a lot of discussion around them. So, from chapter 401 to chapter 410, we had 10 weeks of absolute peak. These were incredible chapters, each one of them. In particular, chapters 403, 404, 405, 407, and 410 were absolutely wonderful, with 401 having a massive expansion in the world building. So, we ate very good this year, and Togashi had announced that he is back on hiatus, but with a difference. This time, there was a lot of Hunter x Hunter that's been worked on ahead of time, so it's most likely that this newest hiatus won't last very long. Now, aside from that, we're seeing that there's been a lot more merchandise around Hunter x Hunter that's been produced. In particular, companies are starting to see the traction. They're starting to see the money involved, and there's been lots of new Hunter x Hunter toys that have been developed. I can already think of some amazing ones like Godspeed Killua, Gon and Killua and the Chimera Antark side by side. It's been quite a great year for Hunter x Hunter merchandise. And beyond all of that, in the grander scheme of the fandom, there was a lot of joy as lots of fan favorite characters came back. We finally got the return of Leorio. We finally got Crollo coming back into the story. We got Hisoka returning. It was really a great moment with lots of excitement. And the fandom has never been quite this healthy since 2018, where Togashi came back twice from hiatus. And even since then, it seems to have a lot more optimism, as Togashi's transparency and just the real amounts of chapters that haven't been released but have had quite a substantial work done upon them is a very positive thing that makes us know that Hunter x Hunter is going to return sooner rather than later. And that's the optimism that new fans of the series have taken as the opportunity to jump in we've seen a big expanse of new Hunter x Hunter fans. In particular, fans just starting their read-throughs of Hunter x Hunter, and we're seeing a lot of different sales from all the volumes as the new fans are coming into the series. It has been an incredible year for Hunter x Hunter, one that I'm sure will be standing in the test of time as one of the most positive years overall. This was much better than 2023 and was the biggest year since 2022 with the initial return, the excitement of Hunter x Hunter not being over. And overall, I think that this year has been quite amazing. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it 8 out of 10. Really not many things could have gone on better this year. The only thing that comes to mind is that Hunter x Hunter Net Impact could have not been delayed and it could have come out. But aside from that, that's just a minor complaint. It'll come out anyway, and that's something for the next year. But I'm so grateful to be on this journey. I'm so grateful we're all here in this moment in time, appreciating one of the greatest mangaka of all time, Togashi. He is a man that has stamped his name in the history books. His stories from Yu Yu Hakusho to Level E and now to Hunter x Hunter are all so exceptional, and getting this continuation, this hope, and this much momentum behind such a quality series is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me this year. I really appreciate every single one of you. I love talking to you all in the comments. And yeah, if you love Hunter x Hunter, consider subscribing as I do videos of all different topics, from character analysis, from theories, from chapter reviews, just absolutely anything within this amazing series. If you enjoyed this look back, this nostalgic retrospective, please feel free to like the video. And if you've got a suggestion for content you'd like me to cover, please leave it down in the description below. This was Hadrigon. I hope you've all had an incredible day. I wish you all the very best. Peace out.